prepared yet.
You need to try and pick off the units as...
Look at the shields on the mark.
Oh my god, the drone's gonna take him!
Hey, what's up, guys? It is Tasteless. I'm here with my nerd hetero life partner, Artosis, and we are casting game number 1 of Nerchio, a Zerg in the bottom right, against a Protoss Mana in the upper right.
That is right, Tasteless. 2 European giants going at it. Mana, an old StarCraft 1 player. Nerchio, from places unknown to me, and I think unknown to you as well.
Well, Mana is actually somebody we had competed against in StarCraft 1. For those of you guys out there who are not familiar with us, check us out at the GSL at GoMTV.net. We are StarCraft 1 professional gamers, StarCraft 2 professional gamers, now doing commentary here in StarCraft 2. And, you know, it's funny casting players like Mana. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny to see him here now. I'm commentating his game, and, whoa, actually, this is... Nothing else matters.
Nothing matters, Tasteless.
Nothing matters.
This is the most important thing in the game right now. Now, if Mana does the correct scouting pattern, which is, as this scouting probe is leaving this base, he sends another from his main base to scout downwards. That's how you're supposed to do it, to be completely safe, to scout things like a quick pool in time. This is a very quick pool, Tasteless. Nerchio giving up a lot of economy to get this done. Now let's see, that probe is going up to make the forge node out. Will he leave to scout as well? He will! Mana playing safe, solid, standard, and this is going to pay off. His timing on that forge should, if he builds his buildings correctly, be able to hold this Zergling rush.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to him having to wall in here and block this off. You can get tight wall-ins in StarCraft 2. And the probe now coming down there. He sees the Zerglings instantly. He's going to know he has to set a probe down, and he's doing that right now.
Very well done by Mana. He's going to want to make a couple buildings to really surround this. He's going to want to skip any probes. Don't make a single probe right now. Might have to bring down his probes. In fact, just make the wall in and just buy time for the cannon. There you go. Perfectly done. The Zerglings coming up. And it's going to be a race against time. They're going to try their best. And look at this beautiful play by Mana, bringing up his probes. And suddenly Nerchio realizes, hey, I have to focus down on this gateway. I can't kill that cannon one Zergling at a time.
Looks like the gateway might get torn down here, but the cannon finishes just in time. And the rush is stifled.
So stifled.
So stifled.
Crazily stifled. And that
He's
Overlord,
gotta be careful.
He got stifled as well.
Yeah.
He wanted to go fly over that pylon.
No, man. You can't just do that. Oh, very nice. Mana now making a pylon over here so that this drone cannot become a hatchery as quickly as Nerchio would want.
Amazing. I can't believe he made 2 more Zerglings. I guess he thought he was going to be able to tear that down, but that's one less drone, Tasteless. Something you definitely have to be very careful about. The hatchery goes down. It's 18 probes to 11 drones, and that speaks volumes about this game.
Yeah. Well, excuse me. You know, the Zerg tried a sneaky rush, but Mana, he's a well-rounded player. You know, you would not expect somebody like Nerchio to do a rush like that on this map, but that's why sometimes we see these players do those strategies. They're unexpected.
Well, you know, if Mana had been greedy, had he not sent out the second probe as you're supposed to do on this map, as it is proven is safe on this map, then he would not have had that building wall up in time. He would have made some extra probes, not had the money to do it, been down there too late, and he may have just lost the game. It may have been a free win. So Nerchio was looking for that, but Mana has shown that no, in fact, none of those, Nerchio, and I don't expect to see another strategy like this from Nerchio in this best of 5.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we see anything else like that coming from him here. Now, the Zeldnaga Watchtower is all controlled by the Zerg. Nerchio, he might be behind a little bit, but he's certainly doing a good job of taking control of the map and having the right intel to try to read his opponent, you know, for whatever he tries to throw at him. As you can see here, this Overlord positioned perfectly too, so he can take a peek into the expansion area. He can peek into the main. There's a lot of great things that Nerchio can do, so he still has the opportunity to gather information and learn about what's going on from his opponent and respond from there.
Yeah, man, that is the sickest peeping Tom Overlord I've ever seen.
Such a voyeur Overlord.
All right, nice scouting here by Mana going down, just kind of trying to find out if there's going to be a third base, where it's going to be, that type of thing. It's great to have an extra probe on the map. Total kudos to him. More Zerglings being produced by Nerchio. That I find a bit odd. Normally against a Forge Fast Expander, you're going to want to go almost only drones, because you're going to... I mean, what are 6 more Zerglings going to do right now, Tasis? Go ahead, tell me, Tasis. What are they going to do against a walled-in Protoss with a cannon?
Well, the only thing I could think of that they would do is if he was going to go for a Baneling bust after this.
Yeah.
But, you know, he doesn't have that Baneling's nest, so I'm a little bit confused as well. Also, considering that this Overlord has been able to see everything that the Protoss is doing, I don't understand the decision to make the Zerglings.
Yeah, that was actually just simply put a wrong decision there. You know, that happens. There's so much money on the line at this point, Tasis. It is the loser bracket finals. Your chance at being a champion is either going to come alive or be shot down terribly, like the ducks that Tasis hunts in the swamps of Korea.
Man, the only ducks I hunt are in duck hunt.
Oh, that's
with my
terrible.
Nintendo gun.
Yeah.
What are you talking about me hunting ducks, man? I don't want to hunt any ducks, man.
Oh, please. I know who you are, Tasis.
You know I actually kill ducks all the time, and I'm ruthless. I break their necks like Steven Seagal. So, the Void Ray is on the way. This is pretty common for Protosses to do when the Zerg... Excuse me, this is pretty common for Protosses to do when the Zerg, is on a map like this. You get one Void Ray out, you can kill the Overlords that we see here. You can even take out other Overlords or Zerglings elsewhere on the map, and that's great because there's not a lot Zerg can do to get anti-air quickly that's mobile and out and about on the map.
Yeah, it's mostly queens and spore crawlers. I'm sure we'll see a spore crawler go up immediately. There it is before I even finish my sentence. That's how immediately it was. Another one as well, and a queen. So that's very smart by Nerchio. You cannot underestimate the power of Phoenix Void Ray. Really, the only thing that's pretty immune to that is spore crawlers. The queens are just going to be kind of a support, a mobile support for that. So Nerchio reacting quite well to that. In the meantime, making a lot of drones, and again, yeah, that's exactly what he wants to do, make a lot of drones.
And as you can see, a Phoenix with this way, if a queen oversteps its boundaries, he can just pick up the queen and kill it with the Void Ray. So the queen, and you see, there you go.
There you go.
There you go, guys.
That was actually a little bit sloppy there.
Yeah,
he picked it up within range of the spore, and Mana's taking a lot of damage on these units. Realistically, Tasteless, neither of those should have any real damage, only shield damage done to them. That's something you want to make sure of as you begin the harassment, so that later on all your units are even more powerful as you get more and more. There hits a breaking point where you can take damage from spores, but right now it's not there. And look at that, he does it again. A little mistake here by Mana that may make a big difference.
All right, he's taking out this queen, and it looks like this one might be isolated enough. Bad rally point here for these Overlords. He's going to lose at least 2. And note the Void Ray is charged up, so this is getting pretty ugly.
You have
I don't know what his story was. That is the scariest. That's the most
look at that cute Overlord.
Force field.
Yeah, that cute force field. I called it force field and Overlord. It's the first time that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, that hopefully will be the last time that ever happens, man. That was pretty trippy when you did that. No, that was clearly Sentry was cornered there. He's sending Zerglings in here now to try to get some intel, and he sees the gateways.
We have some funny micro this game by Mana, I do have to admit. But Nerchio getting some scouting done. He sees a lot of gateways with that, and that's really worth those Zerglings to see all that and kind of figure out what's coming for him.
Now take a look here. He's hitting a pylon near this expansion. There is really not a lot to defend here, and I don't know. I mean, you could send those zealots in there right now and really do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you might be able to, especially since there's spore crawlers there. You can sometimes go and just target those down so your Void Ray is much more powerful. The Void Ray is somewhere, I think.
Did he lose it?
No, it's still around.
It's out and about.
Who knows where, Tasteless. Void Rays, they do their own thing from time to time.
I like what he's doing here with the Phoenixes. He's going to draw all this attention because it looks like he can actually then... Okay, here we go. He's going to wait just for when the +1 attack finishes.
Yeah, that's just about to finish as he hits his first hits. Well, maybe his 17th hits, but there they are, and taking out a Roach and a Queen oh so quickly. Going after a Spore and also going to the drone line a little bit, but the drone's going to run away quite quickly. What will he target down here is the question.
Meanwhile, the Phoenix is continuing to do some damage to the Overlords. And he's going for the hatchery. There is a roach over here, and many more reinforcements on the way. This is going to be pivotal, Artosis. He needs to get this hatchery before the roaches get there.
Yeah, this is actually a big moment in this game. Can he get it? You're really doing a lot of damage. Roach is taking him out oh so quickly, and oh my god, he gets it! Just with one Zealot left, and that's a huge deal, because right now, Mana is trailing in supply 112 to 167, but he's killed the hatchery. His third Nexus going up before that hatchery is remade, so he's going to take an economical lead in a little bit as long as he plays a little bit safe for some time. You know, he has to wait for some more supply than what he has right now to move out, but just turtle up, get your economy at or above Zerg's, and you're going to feel like $1,000,000, Mana.
Yeah, all he has to do is keep this base alive. There he is, the missing Void Ray. And, wow, it's... each player with even number of workers here, 69.
Tasteless. Bill and Ted's comes back to me. Well, here we go. A lot of roaches coming up here, but this is a dangerous attacking area. Oh, I like this move to go into the more wide open area. How many force fields will our Protoss have? He does have an Immortal mix in there as well, which is going to help out a lot if he can get it into range of the roaches. Looks like it's a little bit stuck behind the pretty Stalkers.
Pretty bad force fields there from Mana. He wasn't able to isolate any roaches, and that's going to be one advantage here for our Zerg. But I don't know. I don't think this Nexus can be destroyed. Meanwhile, we have another attack over here in the front.
Trying to draw down a lot of the units. In the meantime, the roaches do come out. Nice force fields, this time by Mana. And he's trapped a few of the roaches up front. He's going to want to kill as many as possible. He's got to be careful about those sentries, though. Doesn't want to lose them. These roaches hitting into these cannons. Not the greatest position to attack, but just trying to split up enough forces to truly get some damage done. Wow, runs them right by.
This is actually so weird. But you know what? It might be a good idea. You could take out a lot of probes. It's going to force other units to get warped in different spots. So, look, he loops around over here to the front. Oh my god, that's so smart. Talking about getting his opponent out of position.
Indeed he is, and he might even take out that core, which is really quite nice. It's going to stop Sentry and Stalker production. I'm like trying to call it a Dragoon. No, don't do it, Artosis.
Don't do it, man.
But
we got 2 hatcheries over here now for the Zerg. So he's on a total of 4 bases.
Doing a good job, trying to come back. Another Roach moving up here, but realizes, oh, that might not be the greatest move. Not a lot of force fields left for Mana. He's got to be careful about that. And look at that, these roaches
are still alive.
Oh my god, Tasis, those roaches are just so annoying right now.
Well, you know, this is kind of funny because Mana was in such good shape, but right now, Nerchio is just everywhere at once.
Yeah, he is. He's using the speed of Zerg greatly here. He's outmaneuvering his opponent. Some more Zealots coming in, but...
Oh, nice fungal there on the Zealots. As I zoom in, it's gone. This is why we have an observer go. Meanwhile, there's still roaches over here in the main base. Their time is up.
Their time is up, Tasis. The Void Ray's clock is a-ticking. These infestors trying to get away from 2 Zealots.
The infestors are running like little old ladies.
And a Queen going against that Zealot, but the roaches, they don't care. They turn a blind eye. This isn't how you do it, Tasteless.
This is not how you live in a Zerg society.
No, you're supposed to help those in need, especially if they're queens, and we'll take out the rest of the Zealots and secure his expansion, but the supply is not too far off, 166 to 144. If we look, it's 57 probes now to 84 drones, but that just means that Protoss has a very powerful army right now, and that's pretty true. He's got a pretty nice army at the moment.
The Zerg, though, he does have some room to kind of recover. Note the Zerg does have a lot of extra minerals, too, almost 2K. So he could definitely throw up a few additional hatcheries if he sees that is a necessary move. I would do it. I would give that a tasteless signature of approval.
I've seen your signature tasteless. I don't want one of those, but
it comes with a special seal, tasteless seal of approval. Nice. Actually, no, it's not nice. It's been fungled, and he should lose all of these phoenixes.
Even so, killing 2 infestors and using a good amount of energy, not as bad as it could have been. Yeah, 3 fungals and 3 of those infested Terrans, as well as 2 funglers dead. Infestors, that's what they're called, infestors. I have certain words for everything in my mind, Tasteless. Sometimes it starts to come out wrong out of my mouth, and I try to stop and think of what's right. Meh.
Meh. Now, take a look here. The observer almost now you have to. What is going on in this cast?
Oh, dude, we're crazy.
We're cursed. He does see the army moving up here. So the Protoss is in a pretty good position. He does have one Colossus in the mix. But we'll see if it's enough.
We will see indeed. A lot of Infestors are there. A missed Fungal meant for a single Void Ray. I'm not sure that I even liked that at all. It looks like he wants to split up his army, but you got to be careful about splitting up your army, Tastes. If some good force fields go off, then you might lose half of it, and then the game is over.
All right, here we go. This is a lot of Infestors. I think he has to Fungal right now.
Yeah, he
Otherwise
definitely
retreating.
does. Oh. Well,
Ouch.
a couple Fungals are going off, and just kind of brings the rest of the army back around. But it's a little bit slow. The Fungals are a bit off time, killing off some Stalkers, killing off some more now, but he's losing so many Infestors. These are an expensive unit. You have to use them just right, Tasteless, and that wasn't quite just right.
Wow, he lost so many Infestors. The Zerg is expanding it. Like, no, Blink is done. The hatchery is started up over here, but I just do not know if the Zerg can recover from something like that. Protoss needs to get up an additional base, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, that's so many Infestors, that's so much gas. It was, what, at least 8 Infestors there, which really didn't do much. Killing Stalkers, training Infestors for Stalkers is almost always a bad call. Stalkers are an easy unit to get. They don't cost a lot of gas. But anyways, here we go. A lot of Roaches funneling in here. Good force fields considering how many he had available to him. But definitely now Blink finishing up. Mana's starting to severely out-micro Nerchio. Nerchio turning around and running with his Roaches back into the holes in the wall.
Yeah, you know what's funny about this is had those force fields not looked the way they were, the Zerg could have won that battle, but it was just perfect enough that now Protoss can bleed down over here to this crucial expansion. You can see the drones already being evacuated, scattering away. It looks like and look, I love this. Just a few over there to attack the expansion. Meanwhile, the Zerg are attempting to get into the where the reinforcements are.
And here we go, some Fungals off on the Stalkers. Not enough Zerg units right here. Where are they all? 18 Roaches in production. That's where Tasteless. But if he can possibly kill all these Zerg units before they get out and still have a good portion of his army left, that's going to be hard. And GG, lol. Nerchio loses game 1, and